Yeah, it's Wednesday, and it is snowing outside, or it snowed last night, and everything's covered in snow. So daycare's been closed. My wife is home from work because, in Tennessee, it's hard to drive in this kind of weather with these back roads being so hilly and windy. So it's been a mix between productive and not so productive. I got a late start. I slept in. I shouldn't have done that, but I did, and you can't take it back. And but I did get on the phone and cold call for several hours, and I think I've come to the decision. I'm not 100% sure yet, and I still have time before I need to make this decision before my contract renews for another quarter. But I think I might just drop Red X. And I know James Festini, if you watch this, you're going to scream, "No!" But the truth is, for 2.5 hours, I called, and I'm only using a one dialer, but maybe it wasn't 2.5, maybe it was 2. I'll look and double check. But either way, it was at least 2 hours. I called. 150 phones rang. Got maybe 5 people on the phone. 3 of those people were wrong numbers. I'll say I got 10 people on the phone. At least 7 of those people were wrong numbers, and 3 of them were actually the sellers, and they either already listed. One was an old lady who wants to wait 3 months before she relists, so I told her I would call her back in a month and see where she's at then, and she said okay. So I got a lead out of it, and that could turn into a sell. So I guess potentially, say I sold that home, it would pay for the rest of the year of Red X. So maybe it's worth it. But at the same time, I feel like I'm sitting here for hours of the day making phone calls and not really getting through to anybody. And I just feel like it's such a waste of time. But maybe that's because I come from a different world. And in real estate, you can put in weeks of work just to close one deal. But that one deal could set you up for, make up the difference for all the pay for those past few weeks. So I guess there's a difference there. But I'm not sure yet if I'm bought into the whole Red X. Maybe another dialer. I don't know. I just feel like Red X, all the numbers are either wrong or wrong. There's very few of the numbers are correct, and it's really frustrating. But at the same time, I'm also going through a lot of these numbers for the first time, and by the time I get to the end of them, maybe I'll purge out all the bad numbers, and when I go back through, I'll start calling the right numbers. But if I don't get a sale, if I don't get a listing, if I don't make money before the next quarter, I probably won't be able to afford another quarter of Red X. So either way, something's got to happen. Other than that, it's a beautiful day. I think I'm going to go take advantage and do some door knocking here in about an hour. I'm kind of on a lunch break right now, but I know people are home. I see kids sliding up and down the hill at the bottom of on the next street down, so I know people are home, and so maybe it would be a good day to take advantage of that. I also know I don't want to slip and break my neck in the icy road while I'm walking around this neighborhood. I live on a hill, so and my subdivision is pretty hilly, so we'll see. I just don't want it to be an unproductive day, a completely unproductive day. Then again, my wife is off work, so it would be a good time to take advantage of her being home. So we'll see. I'll let you know. Talk to you later. couple people. Got one lady who's thinking of selling in a couple months. She wants to take her house off market for 3 months. I think I told you that already. But I did have an interesting phone call with the sister of my sponsor at eXp Realty. Her name is Brianna, and she offered to give me some feedback on what I'm doing right now in my business, because her brother Trenton is my sponsor and he wants to make sure I succeed. One, because he's a good guy. Two, because he gets revenue share, so he gets paid if I succeed. But he's also a really good guy. I know he cares about my success. I can tell. And Brianna does too. And it's cool. I feel like I'm part of a team now, even though they're in Florida and I'm in Tennessee. She made me feel like she cares. She gave me good feedback. She gave me homework to do, and she's going to expect that I get it done. And it feels good to have someone verify what I know I need to work on, and what I'm doing wrong, and also give me feedback in such a way that it kind of helps me narrow down to the key activities that I need to be doing to make sure I have success. And I like that. I like that. You know, I'm currently paying for a Tom Ferry coach, and the truth is, I'm not learning anything from him that I hadn't already known or I hadn't found out through a Tom Ferry YouTube video. So why am I paying for secondhand information that I can get for free online, you know? So I've got my next coaching call tomorrow morning, and I think I'm going to be talking to him about how we end the relationship and how I can get my 90-day money-back guarantee. I hope that we can, because that money could be spent somewhere else, and it's not a small, amount of money. So yeah, that's it. I guess before I let you guys go, just in case I don't shoot another video later, I just wanted to say, again, Monday I was having a rough day, and you guys saw that. But it's a new day, and the fact of the matter is, I've got control of this business, and it's my actions that's going to make it successful. And I've got to persevere. You can have your moments, you can have your small little breakdowns, but you got to slap yourself, pick yourself back up, and get going. And I'm doing that. And I want to thank you for showing me love in my time of darkness. But I just want to remind you, just as much as I'm reminding myself, that it can be done. You don't have to be a genius. You don't have to be the smartest real estate agent in the room. You just have to have the most perseverance. And you just have to take action and continue taking action until you see results. And during that time, remind yourself that you can do it, that you deserve it, and that there's nothing that's going to stop you. But as long as you're taking consistent action, and that's what I need to do. That's what I'm going to start doing even more. I do take action every day, but I don't take enough action, and I don't follow through well enough. Okay, I need to hold myself accountable. We're in business for ourselves, guys. We're real estate agents. I mean, I come from a world where I had to be at work at 9. I had to be there at least till 5:30. Lunch was served at this time, dinner at this time, and in between that time, I had employees that I had to make sure that was getting the work done. But for the most part, my day was structured. Now it's not. I get up in the morning, I work out, I take my family to work, I come home, and I'm in my house. I'm in normal clothes. I'm not in a chef uniform. And it's a change. It's going to take some getting used to. But I need to put pen to paper, time block my day, and then stick to it. And I need to be focusing at least 60 to 75% of my time, if not more. I'd say 80% of my time on lead generation, prospecting, until I get an appointment, a contract, a close. Appointment, contract, close. Over and over again until I fill my pipeline with so many leads that I'm getting consistent business. And until I get to that point, I don't need to be worrying about my website. I don't really need to be worrying about
my schedule for following up with my sphere of influence in 12 months, over the next 12 months. I need to be working on prospect, prospect, prospect. I can do those other things a couple hours out of the week. Maybe schedule in 2 hours twice a week to work on my business growth and my business schedule. But other than that, prospect, prospect, prospect. All right. So with that being said, I'll holler at you mother effers later.